cool battle against Ludwig. And it's always a pleasure battling Ludwig. He is a chill bloke. Anyway, in out of Rotom, he leads out with his, whatever the fuck that thing is, I never remember it. And I know he's going to go Sleep Powder. However, Rotom is perfectly capable of handling this thing, so I figure I'm just going to let Tentacruel be Sleep Fodder and then just switch straight back into Rotom and start firing off some discharges, because I'm assuming it's got a sash, so I could discharge and then overheat, because he's going to get up to +2. So I go for the discharge, and it does a hell of a lot. I do have quite a lot of special attack investment in my Rotom, but not that much. So he tries to confuse me with Hurricane, it doesn't work out, and I kill him. And here is the Zygarde, and fuck me sideways. He, you know, did the thing, and he forgot that electric types can't be paralysed, which is, I was like, it's okay, we all make that mistake, it's a fucking stupid change, considering electric types are like the fastest fucking Pokemon. Good job! Can't slow down that Electrode now, blah, so whatever. But, his Zygarde, effectively, the whole crux of this battle was, it was his Zygarde versus my entire team. He does make a good play here, he's going to transform into my Ferroslag, and he's going to get Stealth Rocks up. I knew he was going to set up Stealth Rocks, so I go into Rotom because I can get Overheat off. However, Zygarde! He pretty much just picked a bunch of random guys apart from Diggersby because, you know, he always brings that smug bastard. Filled out his tax returns just amazingly well, that bastard. Anyway, the reason this Zygarde is such a prick is because it's a Rest Talk set. So, it has Glare and Earthquake, which effectively means that my entire team just walls it. I mean, even Tentacruel will be okay, really. I'm a defensive Tentacruel, I reckon I'll be alright. But I'm trying to wake up. I'm not especially, like, infused by taking an EQ, but I know that I can, and I should be able to eventually wake up at some vague point in the near future, and then Rapid Spin. Which I do, as he goes into his Diggersby. I know he isn't going to go EQ, because Gyarados and Rotom are sitting there, so I figure I'll go into Ferrothorn as he goes for a Wild Charge. Not a lot of people carry Wild Charge, but it is very helpful. It's and he is running Scarf Diggersby, because Scarf Diggersby is Pro Diggersby, so he hasn't got a Quick Attack, which is nifty. But he's gonna catch me again. I still don't know why I bothered fucking doing that. I basically fucked up. I thought I could switch out into Aggron, he'd transform into Aggron, and then I could kill him a damn sight easier. However, even that was fairly stupid, because why would I want him to transform into my Aggron? He's obviously a Scarf Ditto. That sounds like a terrible fucking idea. But, I don't know, my brain was just like, yeah, this'll work. No, it won't. So there you go. I'm going to go Overheat again. I know I'm seeded up, but it's sort of like, if Ditto goes, then Aggron just has free reign to do what the fuck he wants. Apart from the Zygarde. Getting frustrated, man, the Zygarde. I do have plans for the Zygarde. I do have my Slug Monster, who does have Ice Beam. However, I'm fairly adamant that an Ice Beam isn't going to one-shot it. And to be fair, Zygarde isn't exactly a weak bastard. He's got that stab EQ, and he's actually got quite a lot of attacks, so I wasn't really very keen to throw my Slug Monster in there, because I thought I might really want him. And if, you know, shit hits the fan, I get, you know, paralysed and shit like that, then it all goes to pot. Anyway, that was a crucial play there. He stayed in, kind of expecting me to do something else. He got a bit impatient with all of our bullshittery larking around. And I just overheat and kill him. That was huge. He needed his Ditto. His Ditto was ginormous in this match. And he was expecting me to go Rest, actually. And here I go Rest as he goes into his Venusaur. Because I kind of figured that he would expect me to switch out with the Diggersby as well. So I made that play quite well, and it all worked out spectacularly well. He's got a Mega Venusaur, he's probably got Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, the usual larkings of stupidity. And I know Pharaoh won't care. Pharaoh doesn't have to give a shit. And he's like, what's Pharaoh going to do? A lot, apparently. That glare on the Pharaoh really helped me out, Pharaoh bit. So yeah, I'm kind of don't really want to go straight into Gastro. I could kill this thing, but like I say, I'm very afraid if shit goes south, then that's not good. But I'm going to go into Aggron because I know that what I can do is I can get a good amount of damage on it. And if he wants to go EQ and knock me into weakness policy, then I am going to smash his fucking face off. If he wants to try and rest, then eventually I'm going to get to the point where he's going to be at low enough health when he kills me. However, Parahack says no, so Aggron gets cock-blocked for this battle, and that's very frustrating. I have to say, though, I am quite liking the Aggron. That said, I have automatize or automatize, whatever the fuck it is on this aggron. I barely use it just because there's so much priority and there's quite a lot of quicker shit. So I might just get rid of it and just put Stone Edge on it, because I switched to EQ over Stone Edge, but I never used the extra speed boost. And to be fair, the main reason I like that aggron is because most people are going to try and go for the hit to kill it. And if they do that, then weakness policy activates, and then they're going to have to try and deal with a +2 aggron. So, I mean, they're going to outspeed it with whatever they want to go for, but it makes a pretty handy revenge killer. You know, I barely ever try and set up or totemise or or whatever. But I'm still trying to fucking figure out how to deal with this zygarde. It's very, very frustrating. I have tried Rest Talk zygarde in the past on Showdown. It's okay. It doesn't really work in, like, proper OU, though, because there's so much shit that just wrecks its face, and its ability is completely fucking pointless unless it's in Ubers, in which case, let's be realistic here. Fucking Xerneas is going to kill it anyway. I don't care that Aura Break reverses Xerneas' ability, it's still going to win that fight. Even then, Yvetow's going to win that fight. It's got Stab Oblivion Wing, or I think it gets Hurricane as well. It really doesn't care. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to whittle it down, because one thing that I can do, which isn't going into Gastro and losing it, is going into Gyarados, because if I taunt it, it can do nothing. And I can sit there, and I can set up for days, and just slowly beat it down to within an inch of its life. So I figured now's a good time, and he's going to be clever, and he's going to go into his Diggersby, which is very good play. You know, it was quite obvious I was going to go into my Gyarados, but he played it quite well. However, now I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn. If he goes EQ, fuck it, don't care. We actually expected this to do a lot more. I know he's -1, but that's quite pitiful, actually. That's not great. But I knew that, you know, I was okay. If he locked himself in an EQ, I switched straight back into Gyarados, so I was really not that concerned by Diggersby. If he goes Wild Charge, then he's just killing himself, and he's got to switch out anyway, so... yeah, Gyarados is here now. I can just go for a taunt, and I'm brandy dandy. I can just start setting up DDs. I can do what the fuck I want. He knows this, and he's going to leg it out into Venusaur. Now, I need to taunt this as well, because it has Sleep Powder and Leech Seed. However, you know, he knows I'm going to taunt. It's blissfully obvious. However, the grand thing about Gyarados is that it can taunt without having to give a shit. But he does get the poison, which, I don't know, I suppose it was fair enough. It's going to make the battle a bit closer. But I can just take out the Mega Venusaur quite handily, because Gyarados is awesome! Oh... I do like Weakness Policy Aggron, but Gyarados, you're always going to be the best. Nothing is better than Gyarados. Anyway, I can taunt it again. He made the good point of, you really don't need to taunt me at this point in time. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm poisoned and I dodge EQ, so that was a bit of a wasted turn. But now I can just start smashing away with Waterfalls. And to be fair, Zygarde's taking that ludicrously well. He really is. I think the main reason I wanted to taunt him was so that, you know, he couldn't just wake up and rest again, because that's kind of what I'm trying to prevent here. My main thinking here is that if I can get him low enough, then I can go into Rotom, who should outspeed Epoxy Zygarde, or I can go into Gastro and then Ice Beam him because he'll be forced to rest or EQ. So, that was the plans of Planny Plan. It's doing okay. I mean, like I say, Gyarados is slowly whittling him down. I'm still fucking astounded at how well Zygarde's taking those hits, but to be fair, my Gyarados has no attack investment because I got lazy and it started raining on the route with Bellsprouts in it. God, that's such a stupid mechanic. Why would you put that in, Game Freak? Hey, look, here's some mechanic to inconvenience you. Oh, thanks. Fucking assholes. Anyway, he made a smart play, went into Diggersby to get rid of the taunt, which means I have to re-taunt it, which means I waste another precious little modicum of HP. And next turn, I believe Gyarados is going to die, but I do get another nice chunky hit off on it. Actually, it might be the turn after. Yeah, it is. Because Gyarados is such a beast. But it is taking that impressively well, it really is. So I do have a bit more respect for Zygarde. I have written it off a little bit, saying it was kind of meh. I mean, it has good stuff, but its stuff is still kind of lacking. Like, it's a bit of an odd legend. It's got really good defense and HP. Its attack is a bit crap. It's got Dragon Dance, but it doesn't have Dragon Claw, so you have to go for Outrage. it gets sludge wave with kind of meh special attack. Here, I figured I'd go into Rotom because it's the safer play, because he still can't do anything to Rotom. I figured I'd outspeed. However, the bastard is running, I think he said 12 EVs of speed, and that saved his knackers, ladies and gentlemen. That really did. So, good for you, Ludwig. You made me look a right twat. And now I'm like, okay, fuck this. He's asleep, whatever. He doesn't go sleep talk there just to conserve the PP a bit, which is good. But it's sort of like, at this point, Gyarados is dead, Aggron's dead, Gastro's going to have to do it one way or the other. If he doesn't do it, I lose. It's going to take a while, but I'll lose. Well, maybe. I mean, he still really can't touch Rotom, and I can sit there and wisp and waste PP, so it's not too bad. But Gastro's doing okay, it still isn't getting power hacked, and even if he gets a crit EQ at this point, the only way I'm losing the Gastro is if I get power hacked twice in a row. But Ego's Glare, I don't get power hacks. I finally kill the zygarde after dicking around for like 20 minutes. And now it's Slurpluff. And Slurpluff is just like, haha! This is another reason I didn't want to go into Gastrodon, because it's very easy to set up on. So I want to go for a Toxic to make sure it's on a timer, and I get paralyzed. And now he's got a fucking belly drum Slurpluff. I'm like, oh shit! However, I do have Spiky Bollock, and that is the one problem with Slurpluff. The best thing it has for coverage is Thief. So there you go, and I win. But I reckon when Move Tutors come out, if Slurpluff gets like Fire Punch, Jesus, it's gonna be good. Anyway, just a little added point. I've got a couple more battles, but I'm gonna save those because I keep like uploading them in freeze, and that's one of the reasons why I don't have any fucking battles to upload, because I'm a half-wit, and I just like, upload all of them. The other thing, I'm currently going for a shiny Eevee, because I want to get me some lime green Espeon. Looks so good. So yeah, basically the bottom line of that is I'm going to have a shit ton of good 5 IV, 6 IV EVs, so I'll probably upload a battle, or I'll probably upload something once I get a shiny Eevee, saying, hey, yeah, look at all my EVs. The rules will probably be, male ones you can just have for free, because meh. Female ones with good IVs, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you've got to trade me something reasonable for that, because they're kind of rare. And 6 IVs, same deal as with the 6 IV horsey, you've got to give me something pretty good for that shit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Good game, Ludwig, you're awesome, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.